Hi guys, and welcome to Sisters in the City with me, Anna Vakili.
And me, Mandy Vakili. We are here and it's episode 11.
God, it's crazy, isn't it?
It flies by. I don't know how we sort of keep finding shit to talk about every week.
Well, we do repeat a lot of topics.
No, we don't. Don't say that.
As in no, because we do dilemmas, don't we? So we do relationship dilemmas, sex dilemmas, friendship dilemmas. But it's different, but it's the same.
Yeah, but each time it feels like new to me. Each time I do it, I feel like it's new to me.
Yeah, I mean, it is though, kind of.
Yeah. New scenarios, new dilemmas. And guys, since our relationship is in such a mess, we thought the only right thing is to give advice. Do you guys?
Yeah, so we're going to do a relationship dilemmas episode today. But guys, please do not take our advice as serious advice. We are the last people, I think.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Actually, I don't know. I feel like I'm good at dishing out the advice. I'm just not good at taking it. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know, because sometimes we've got different advice as well. I feel like do you know what? My New Year's resolution, what was it?
Don't take people's advice too
seriously. That was it. Just don't take it too seriously.
I mean, I've seen people write under our YouTube, why you're both in such toxic relationships and you're giving such a bad, example to young women or men that think it's okay to stay in relationships like that. But the thing is, as well, I always want to say is that I'm not making this to be an influence on anyone else. I'm not trying to say this is the right way or this is the wrong way. This is just my life and I'm just being transparent with it. I'm not saying I'm not perfect. He's not perfect.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I mean?
I agree. We're not here on some pedestal trying to tell people how to be in relationship. No, definitely not. I mean, I was just crying in one of my podcasts. Was it New Year's one? And that just shows that we're just being ourselves. And honestly, Anna, I don't even know what's going on in my relationship or my life. Sometimes, I wake up in the morning. What am I doing in my life? What am I doing in my relationship? What am I actually doing? I just sit on the bed and I stare at the wall for an hour. What's going on?
But that's the thing. You're confused, I can be confused, but wouldn't people want us to be transparent on here? And the thing is, people are don't stay in a relationship, leave him. But it's so easy for people to say, leave him. And in this generation, it's such an easy thing just to drop, leave, and go and find someone else, replace. But would you say, for example, what he did to you on Christmas Eve, leaving you and being with his friends on Christmas Eve, yeah, it was horrible, yes, he was crying. Is that enough of a reason to leave someone? And find someone else when you know that person loves you? They're doing wrong, but people make mistakes, and people people I believe can change.
Yeah, I think back in the day, in the olden days, when the relationship wasn't working, people weren't just quick to just end it and go on Instagram, replace the person, replace the relationship. No, they worked on things, and I think I want to be someone that tries to work on it to an extent.
And I think certain things are unforgivable. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There are certain things that are unforgivable.
For us, though.
But for us, unforgivable. Yes. But the things that we mention in our podcast, Christmas Eve or my pillow situation or him shouting at me about the bins, it's not nice. You shouldn't shout at your other half. But is it enough of a reason for me to leave that person completely?
Yeah, I think, the problem is that we don't come here and talk about the good stuff, right? And we don't, because otherwise that would be jarring. How unpleasant would that be if we're just sitting here gloating, oh, he did this for me, he does this for me, he's so amazing in that way.
I would if there was some really amazing stuff, but there's nothing that's really out of the blue
I've got
amazing.
some few amazing stuff. I don't come here and talk about it.
Why? You should. But you're wrong for that. You should talk about the good stuff as well. If my boyfriend was doing amazing things for me, I would talk about it. Of course. You want other people to know as well what is the level standard that you should be treated like.
Well, gingerbread might fly me away for my birthday next month on a surprise, and
it's amazing.
Booked another holiday in end of April.
That's amazing. You need a break. You've been a bit down. You need a break, and he's going to help you get away.
And when my La Mer cream finishes, he always buys it for me.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, man. It just sounds so weird.
I think you should talk about the good as well as the bad, and I would as well.
Everyone's got good, Anna. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. Come on.
I mean,
let's be real.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, the good that I'm getting isn't anything to gloat about. It's just the good that I'm getting is he's really sweet sometimes to me around the house. I'm going to sit in the podcast and be he's really sweet. He strokes me.
Took you for a £400 dinner on Saturday, Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's got some good.
Okay, guys, let's begin because me and Mandy, you know what we like. We're just going to end up talking about our
I did want to start it like that though.
Yeah, I know, but we do all the time, and then we get to do 3 questions.
I actually love it when I don't see Anna for a couple of days. And they're like, because I haven't seen you for a couple of days. I love it. And then coming for the podcast. I think the worst thing ever is us meeting for the podcast. Because when I see you...
We would never run out of things to say.
No, last 2 times, I felt that way.
It's bullshit, Mandy. After this podcast, we're going to go for a shisha date together. We're going on a little date. And I bet you anything, we won't shut up.
But that's what they're like, you know what I mean? Off the record stuff comes out, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The real bad stuff. We can't say on
here. But then this is the thing, we end up doing like 3 questions.
I know, we can do part 1, part 2. You guys want to know about us? Do you guys want to know about us? Tell me. Do you want to know about us? Do you want to know about me and Gingerbread and her and Kazza? If you do, write in the comments, let us know.
Oh God, my boyfriend forbids me about talking. He's talking about him. He doesn't know.
But he's never going to know. He's going to come on YouTube and watch this.
It's actually hilarious. You know, last night, before the Love Island Changed Our Life episode came out, I was just watching it back and he came into the room and he saw me watching it. He's like, you're so sad. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're sitting here now, of everything to watch on YouTube, you're watching yourself. You absolute loser. Why are you watching yourself?
Does he not understand that you have to?
I was like, firstly, I want to see what's going to come out before, like, sometimes I get a little bit anxious about like what I've said and stuff. It helps me go to sleep, like when I know what I've said and what's
I'm lucky that Anna's the one that gets anxious and like proof watches our stuff, because if she didn't, God knows what would be out there with the things that come out my mouth.
But yeah, should we start?
Yeah, let's start. But
let's all incorporate our situations
if it relates.
It does. Cause all these dilemmas, we're somehow going to be able to relate to them. Whether it's about our relationships now or, I mean, the million relationships I've had.
Yeah.
And the few you've had.
I don't want to like digress too much though.
Okay. All right. Well, I've had so many relationships that...
Yeah, I know. You're like a serial relationship
Like the first one already, like I relate to it, okay? So, first one is, my boyfriend constantly jokes about fucking other girls in front of me. He says that I'm insensitive, right?
Which one of your boyfriends was that?
No.
She's had so many, I can't keep track.
No. Don't get me wrong. None of my exes or my boyfriend has joked about fucking other girls, yeah? For me, that's like a line that I wouldn't cross. But just this weekend, when we went on that £400 dinner, right? So we haven't been out for dinner for ages, yeah? Like almost like 4 months, me and him have not been on a date, yeah? So me and Mandy, her boyfriend, me and my boyfriend, decided to go on a double date. As we're walking up the stairs to go sit on our table, my boyfriend goes to her boyfriend, oh, bruv, who would have known, like, when we went to Mykonos last year, that would have been the last time, ha, 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 ha. And what he meant by that was, like, who would have known that would be the last time we'd, like, single out on a lad's holiday.
Yeah, because the way he said it was, like, the last time. But to be fair, it was topic of holidays. We were all in a bantery mood. We were all, like, joking about holidays. And, like, it wasn't as bad as like...
Listen, the thing is, we were talking about holidays. Well, I don't joke like that. If I made a joke like that in front of him, he would go ballistic, yeah?
Yeah.
And I for me, I know, because I've seen you and your boyfriend make really bad banter jokes with each other.
Yeah, really bad. Do you know what it is? When you're with a really cool, relaxed guy, and then like you can make them jokes, it becomes that kind of funny that they don't take it too serious, they don't react so badly. So when they do it, you're like, I should be more like him.
Yeah, because I've seen you joke about that, like fucking other people. He jokes about that, fucking other people as a joke. Really and you guys are both joking. And then even in the podcast, you'd be like, oh, might as well fuck all his friends because they're always there.
Yeah.
Like you say these things in like a bantery way, yeah? But like me and my boyfriend, we can never joke like this. I can't even breathe about another man. Like I can't even, it can't even be in a conversation about another man, right? And then he thinks it's okay. But the thing is, I'll tell you one thing, and then I'll shut up. I really think that I believe you should always keep a certain respect in a relationship
100%.
And don't let that boundary go, because once you lose respect in a relationship, I just think it's really bad.
I agree. I do want to say it's even more important in normal conversations and arguments. In banter, sometimes like I can forget. Like things I've forgotten. I don't remember the jokes he's made. He doesn't remember the jokes I've made. When we're having serious talks, like, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, I used to see that person, I had sex with them. And like, he gets a bit annoyed, but he doesn't let it annoy him enough.
Yeah.
He can't do that in normal conversations with me. He can only do it in real banter. Yeah, come on, I can fuck anyone.
I see.
Like, he can't in a normal conversation turn around and be like, oh yeah, I used to see this guy, I used to have sex with her. I can do that. He can't. I've got really bad double standards like that.
Yeah, but
which makes me think we both just shouldn't do it at all. And we should probably not even do it as jokes. I think you're right.
Yeah, because if I let that one joke slide, what's next and what's next and what's next? I just want to keep that, what we've got, because me and him have actually got a really good respect for each other, both of us, in terms of, you know, talking about other people or past sex lives or anything like that or past relationships. We've got that. And to this person, I think she should make it very clear. Like, you think I'm sensitive, but this is the way I feel. I saw someone on TikTok said it. You don't need to justify about the way you feel. If you feel something, that's it. Yeah. That's enough of a justification. I feel this way and stop making me feel it.
I think every person has different boundaries. And if that's your boundary, then you need to lay it out.
Yeah.
Period.
Whether you want to call it sensitive or not, it's you and that's how you
preference.
Feel. And it's important that someone respects how you feel. So just air your concerns, baby girl. Or boy. Okay, the next one is, I'm in a situationship with my best friend's brother, ... Don't ask. So,
and her best friend doesn't know?
I'm guessing, yeah. Well, the thing is, I've like snogged my best, like literally my best friend's brother before.
Yeah, I remember.
So, but she knows.
But a situationship is like, something's happening, something's going on, like you're seeing each other. I mean, I feel like you should have your friends kind of like blessing. Not that you have to have it. Look, as long as she's knowledgeable about the situation, that's it. If she can't turn around, if she turns around and says, like, I don't want you seeing him, but you two actually like each other, she can go and get lost. Exactly. But she has got the right to know she's your best friend.
I think if it's just a situationship and it's not real feelings and it's just like messing about, I don't think it's a good idea. And I think that you should not do it.
I agree.
I think it could really like mess up your friendship with your best friend. And that's more important than a situationship. Situationships, you can be with anyone. That's why they're called situationships.
No, but Anna, sometimes situationships are called situationships. They're just like that thing before a relationship, like what I had for them 5 months with gingerbread.
I see what you mean.
Like you don't know what to call it.
Oh, I'm too old. I'm not with the modern times. Oh, is that what a situationship is? I thought it meant a fling.
No, I don't know. From what I'm seeing on TikTok right now, situationships are like people have feelings in them.
Okay, well then, right. So if you got real feelings for your best friend's brother, then in that case, if it's real feelings, then I think you should tell, like you said, tell your best friend, and she should like want the best for you and her brother. Yeah,
I think if you're real friends, you guys will work it out. Like it's not that deep.
Yeah, but if it's just a fling, then stop that.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
I agree.
Okay, so I've got here. Every time my boyfriend followed a girl, I cheated on him to make it equal. But I always listened to Andrew Tate and acted like I never touched another dick in my life in front of my boyfriend. I'm really confused. Wait. Every time he followed a girl, she cheated. Like, so every time he pressed follow, she went and got dick.
Do you know what she's sounding like? She sounded like, it's like, imagine there was a court of justice and somebody stole a sweet from an off license. They got hanged. Like, do you know what I mean? Babe, it's not proportionate, babe. Like,
no, like, you know, actually in some countries it's like if you steal, they cut off your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not
very
justice.
In proportionate levels. Or, babe, there's no balance there. Like, you're coming across giving me insecure. You're giving me insecure.
What he's doing is absolutely wrong. When you're in a relationship, you don't need to be following other girls. That's wrong. But is it to the extent where you're going to go and cheat?
But what you're doing is incomparable. It's so much worse.
Right.
Men can be just dumb and like they're perverts. They like to look at other women. That's just men. If you say, look, I don't actually like you doing this on social media, you're my boyfriend. If he loves and respects you, I'm sure he'll stop. Mm-hmm. Might take a few times for it to get in his thick head, but he'll stop. But you going and actually physically having a penetrative sex, that's not undoable. Follow, unfollow. Penetrate.
You can't unpenetrate.
That's on your body count, y'all. Not that matters, but... I mean...
Yeah, I don't think we need to say anything more than that. I think you fucking said it how it is, man.
There's girls out there like that. Andrew Tate.
But then the funny thing is she goes, I listened to Andrew Tate and acted like I've never touched another dick in my life. That's what's so funny.
That's the funniest part.
Andrew Tate isn't only having a bad, influence on men, guys. It's also having a bad influence on women. So for all the men that love Andrew Tate out there, your girlfriend's probably lying to you about her body count and how many people she's fucked because of the person that you idolize.
Whoa. But like, come on. Body count is nobody's business.
Yeah, it's not. But the thing is, some girls are actually going out their way to lie to their boyfriends because of Andrew Tate's advice. So this is to the men.
Girls have been lying about their body count since bloody before Christ.
I don't lie about my body count. I just don't disclose it. It's none of your business.
Yeah, but men don't really disclose theirs either. They don't, really.
I mean, I don't want to know.
Yeah, and they don't want it. They're probably too embarrassed because it's too high and makes them look like they'd shag anything. Or they're too embarrassed because they feel like it's too low. So, I mean, nobody really wants to disclose it. Anyway, on to the next one.
Well, we got here, how do you keep your man attracted to you? It gets difficult when you get really comfortable.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, I could literally be in like fishnets lingerie from head to toe with like a chain around my neck and like loads of S&M stuff. And I feel like my boyfriend would just still look at me and be like, hey, should we have ice cream, watch a movie? Like, I think I could be in bondage. Like, I could literally look like the biggest whore alive.
Well, why?
With like stickers on my nipples.
Why?
I mean, look, obviously he still finds me very hot. Like, I mean, if he doesn't, then what the hell? But like, we've done it all. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think you need to try and somehow spice it up.
Maybe I should dress like
look, don't get me wrong.
Fairy or something.
No, when you dress up like that, he should get really excited.
To be honest, I don't know why I'm lying. I don't dress up. Like, don't ever.
You did once though.
Once, yeah.
Anyway,
that was a very long time ago.
We won't go on to that story. But how do you keep it without getting him attracted to you, without getting too comfortable? This is what I say. Exactly the way you were at the beginning, try and keep that. I know it's very difficult, but try and maintain that as much as you can. Look, don't get me wrong. You're never going to be exactly the same as you were at the beginning. I'm not in my relationship. I'm not the way I was at the beginning. At the beginning, when my boyfriend used to come round, I'd have my hair... Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? At the beginning, when my boyfriend used to come around, I used to have my hair out and make sure it's brushed, blah, blah. Now it's in a bun. But there's extents and levels, right? Okay, my hair's not out and all brushed and looking perfect. But at the same time, it's not like greasy and stinky and it's just in a bun.
Remain tamed and presentable.
Yes.
But I actually have another advice for keeping things exciting. I think being not there, being busy, being less available. Like, I think what keeps it exciting is like, he comes from work and you're just like, oh, you're going out with your friends, or the next day you're with your family. The day after that, you've got work. Like, he's not seeing you, he's missing you. And missing someone is a big thing, I think.
100%. But then also, but she's talking about how do you keep them attracted to you. Well, that does actually keep someone attracted to you.
Yeah, space.
I actually wanted to do a whole episode on that, like, you know, feminine energy and how you...
Oh, you're watching too much TikTok.
That woman on TikTok, I'm obsessed with her. She's so bang on though.
I know, but her nails give me anxiety.
That is how, though, you keep someone attracted to you, is what were they attracted to at the beginning? You maintain that as well, that energy that you had at the beginning, the confidence you had at the beginning.
It's just, you know what, yeah? Like, there needs to be doing some maintenance. Do you know, like, I went to... It
goes both ways.
Where did we go last week on Saturday? My mate's birthday, my boyfriend's mate's birthday. And my boyfriend's PT was there. And like, we started talking the whole bloody like night because he was giving me advice. Look, I really like him, obviously, yeah, but he said this to me, it riled me up. He was like, you need to try and keep him like he's a catch. Like, you need to try and keep him like giving me advice on what to do. And like, bro, like, he needs to try and keep me. Like, why would I'm going to do exactly what I'm doing. Because this other psycho bitch now is obviously working.
I don't get it. What do you need to do to try and keep him? Because you're perfectly fine as you are. What does he mean by that?
I don't know, but it's like...
I think it's a bit rude.
I know, right?
Yeah, I would have found that really offensive.
Yeah, and I think I was drunk, and I think I mean, he was just like advised me, like, don't go and control him, do what. It's like, you're gonna lose the catch or something. In Iranian, it sounds a bit different, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I was just thinking, like, bro, he needs to like try not to lose me. Like,
yeah, don't let that stuff even get to you one bit. It's the other way round.
That's exactly what I started going crazy when I was drunk. Getting really rude because, you know, when I'm drunk...
Like, don't get me wrong, your he's a good-looking guy, but you're way hotter than him.
I know, and not only that, I've got a great personality.
Yeah.
You heard my podcast.
Yeah.
Okay? Anyway...
And you're so educated and...
Yeah, and I just feel like there's so much on TikTok, this is what I was trying to get back to, about how women need to do this and do that to keep men. I don't see nothing about men doing...
Trying to keep women.
Yeah, and that starting to annoy me.
Yeah, but really, it should be that way around. Like, we get sick of the little efforts or them walking around in their tracksuits or, you know, I mean, I'm luckily I don't have the guy that's farting and doing icky stuff, but that's a lot of things that women experience. What about that?
And all I see is just how to keep a man, how to keep him interested, how to do that, how to do that. It's just draining. It makes you feel shit. Like,
I think you don't need to try. Just do what you did at the beginning. It's like, don't get sloppy, but that goes both ways.
Yeah.
All the time, both ways, man and woman. Like, if you're with a man that you started dating and then he's like really like got a nice physique and then suddenly, I don't know,
He's
few
let
years
himself
later,
go.
he's like, I don't mean a little bit away. I mean, really let himself go. Look, that doesn't mean you stop loving them. But of course, you're not going to be attracted to them the way it was at the beginning. And I don't care what anybody says about that. It's the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, let's keep it going, guys. Oh my God, this is a really long one. Are you ready?
If it's a good one, then I'm ready.
Woo, it's like a paragraph. Right. Hi, girls. So, me and my boyfriend have been split up since October time, but we haven't gone a week without talking, and we did meet up once in between now and then. In the past couple of weeks, we've been trying to give things a go again. He's told me he hasn't slept with anyone or had anyone in his flat since we broke up. But the other morning, I was going toilet in his flat, brackets, he lives alone, and I see 2 empty tampon wrappers in his bin. I've confronted him on this, and of course he's denying it. I'm not 100% sure if they were my tampons when I stayed there once in our break. I also noticed the condoms at the drawer at the front, not at the back. He's really not like this, and it's very out of his character. I'm finding it hard what to believe.
Well, I know what to believe.
Well, wait a minute. The tampons in the bin, she doesn't know if it was hers or another girl's.
If you saw him once in 3 months, you would remember in that one time if you're on your period or not.
Yeah, and how many months ago was it? Are you telling me this guy's not changing his bin in months? Like, what's going on?
3 months.
That's like some rotting tampon in the bin.
Ugh, I didn't even think about that. I did that even across my mind. Okay, well, like, first of all, he's single, so is it any of your business?
I mean, I relate to this as well because it's something that happened with me.
Bro, you broke up for 3 months. I don't care if you're on FaceTime every day. Like, you broke up. You saw each other once in 3 months.
I get what she's thinking and feeling.
I see my eyebrow lady more than that.
Mandy, I get what she's thinking and feeling. I was in a relationship with my boyfriend. We broke up for 3 months. We got back together. He said to me, I haven't slept with anyone in those 3 months.
And you were lucky enough to have a sister like me who said, are you dumb?
Right, Mandy. But you know as well, you're in a situation when a man is lying to your face, yeah? Like, so believably. Like,
Not about pussy.
Come on, Mandy. You've been in the situation about another thing recently. When they're telling you to your face, yeah, I don't do it, I don't do it, I don't do it, I haven't done it, yeah?
Okay.
You believe them.
When a man is single, he is fucking.
Okay, well, I don't...
We're not talking about 3 weeks here. We're talking about 3 months.
I don't think every man, you can say that, Mandy, not all men are the same.
No, not all men. But then we're talking about majority of men.
Okay.
So let's take the statistics of majority of men. Now let's take the evidence of condoms and tampons. Now we've got him in the majority statistics.
Right. I get how she's feeling though, because don't get me wrong, when I was in that situation, Mandy, I didn't believe him. But like, I had 2 sides of me. He's like, what if he's telling the truth? But like, my gut and my head was like, no, he's lying.
Knew.
But I knew, Mandy, but there's still that little bit of a doubt. That what if he's...
Like, your majority of your brain knew.
What if he's telling the truth? So what did I do?
Yeah, there's always a chance he's telling the truth.
Exactly, but that's annoying when you don't know, right? But what did I do? I went through his phone when he was sleeping and I found out that he's lying and he did sleep with someone in those 3 months. Did it change anything? No. That's my point.
Okay, look, he might be telling the truth. He's most likely not, because why would he? I mean, there is no need to tell your ex that you probably still love, oh, I had sex with some girls I don't give a shit about.
But what my point is that if he did or if he didn't, it doesn't make a difference. That's what you need to think about. Yeah. Is it going to change the outcome? If you find out that he slept with someone else, are you going to leave or are you still going to give the relationship another chance? If you are, then... do you need to hurt yourself? I kind of regret the things that I saw on his phone, like them images.
They make a difference.
Them images and them chats, like they're always going to be in my head now.
I think, babe, you're not together. Even if you saw each other once and you've been talking every day, you ended in October, okay? So whatever he's done, it doesn't really matter. He obviously has feelings for you, yeah? And I think ignorance is a bliss, man. Tampons are yours, the condoms are his friends. Just get on with it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
I think in some situations, ignorance is really bliss. Because like, from experience, those chats that I saw in his phone and those images of them, them nudes of those girls.
You don't need to do that.
Like, they're always in my head.
I don't do that shit, man. I protect myself.
Protect your mental health.
My peace.
Protect your peace.
For what reason? Listen, if that person's not violating you, then there's no need to know. It's like, if you found it out and it's an actual betrayal or violation, then yeah, you need to know. But it wouldn't be.
Because he's not cheating.
Because he's not with you.
Yeah. But it is so annoying when you break up with someone and then they do their thing and they come back and it's just like, oh, it's like
I had that before. I had that
kind
before.
Of thing. You know, it's just like, it feels like they're cheating, but they're not because they just break up before they do it. It's just
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but 3 months is not is an actual like
It's an actual
significant
break.
amount of time.
Yeah, true.
So that's not really a break. That is a breakup.
It's
Do
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
People get over someone in 3 months.
it's true. I mean, I almost did.
So, I mean, it's just it can happen in relationships that are like,
Yeah, toxic ones.
yeah.
Okay, I've got here. My boyfriend was seeing a girl for 2 years and living with her and living a total different life under a different name. I forgave him, but he cheated again when I was pregnant and I don't want to leave, but I can't get over the hurt. Wow.
You know what? These things really hurt me, yeah, because like I see so much about just women being hurt, being cheated on. It really makes me feel like, why the fuck do we even bother? Like, why do we even bother? Like, let's just all be single or lesbians.
I honestly, like, it's made me very pessimistic as well towards relationships in general. Like, I can't look at my boyfriend without thinking one day you're going to cheat on me.
Yeah, I know.
And it's so draining. Like, look what happened with, have you seen what's happened to Shakira? It's all over TikTok right now. Like, obviously she was married for like however many years, 15 years, kids. And her husband caught cheating on her with a 22-year-old girl. They broke up and now he's dating this 22-year-old girl and she's like super heartbroken. And she's made this song, like it's a sick diss track, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
But it's like everywhere you look and everything, it's like men are always, and they leave their women for a younger 22-year-old woman. It's like...
You know what? Yeah, I was looking at our TikTok that we were talking about men cheating, one of our reels on TikTok, and all the comments were guys like saying, this is bullshit, women cheat too, you guys cheat too, you guys cheat too. And it was all men like going crazy. Like, do you think, I honestly want to know, I don't know if we have any male listeners, but do you think men feel this way as well? Maybe, you know,
every single time I talk about it with my boyfriend, he always says, what do you mean women are just as bad?
Same with my boyfriend.
But I honestly don't think it is. I don't think you can even compare.
I don't think so as well. But
I mean, I don't know. This person, I don't know, like, for me personally, the guy was living a totally different life under a different name, living with another girl at the same time as being with you for 2 years. That's such an extreme, yeah. That's like scary shit.
Yeah.
I
think I always say there's cheating and then there's having an affair.
This is not even an affair, Mandy.
I know this is like
the next level.
It's a form of an affair though. People that have affairs do sometimes live a separate life.
Under a different name.
To prolong it as long as they can. But I mean...
That's unforgivable. She should never have given him another chance anyway. And then she gave him another chance. Of course he's going to cheat on you when you're pregnant. This guy has no soul.
Yeah, because
he has
how
no conscience.
Can you look at that person in the face, in their eyes, and sleep next to them every night and eat food with them at the table, knowing that you have another life and you have another love, you know? There's one thing fucking another girl, yeah? And like, on a one-off, some brass, whatever. There's another thing, buying flowers for another woman, sending Valentine's Day cards,
living with them,
I love you messages, and living with them. That shit is like, not even a player man would do that. That's just a nasty, nasty man.
That's cold-hearted, like no conscience. Yeah. That person should never have been given another chance in the first place, I believe.
Yeah.
He's fucked it with you, I think.
I think, girl, you need to kind of manifest an escape plan, a strategy, and find a way out.
You need to leave. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be heartbroken, but you will get over it and you will find something better. And you're going to find someone that treats you the way you deserve.
Or you can just treat yourself the way you deserve.
That's so true. It's true.
For the best of time.
Listen to our heartbroken episode for when you're going through the heartbreak. I always say that because it is a really good episode.
It is really good.
Okay, we've got here. I've been with my boyfriend for 9 years. We have 2 kids, a house, but no ring.
Well, it's a decade.
Well, that depends. Does he even know that you want to marry him or not? Is he clueless? Because if he knows that you want to marry him, why have you been with him for 9 years?
He doesn't need to know, man. Because it should be, does he want to marry her? Obviously not.
But some people don't believe in marriage.
She hasn't said that. She would have stated that if that was the case. It's a decade.
He doesn't need to marry you because he's got everything he needs.
The important question here is, how old are you? Because if you're like 25 and you've been together for 9 years, I kind of understand. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's about the age right now. Because then, like...
He doesn't want to get married when he's 25.
Yeah,
he's got too much.
Then it makes sense.
But that also in underlying means that he wants to mess around in the future, which is really horrible.
No, because a lot of men that even don't want to mess around, some men, they want to wait till they're very financially stable in their career and successful to think about marriage. Like,
why?
Weddings and rings and stuff are expensive.
True. I really believe though, this is the weird thing. So it's like, you know, they always say, why would a guy want to marry you or propose to you if you give him everything that is wifey? Like you give him a kid, you live with him under the same roof, you cook for him, you clean for him. Why does he need to marry you? He's basically got a wife.
Because he'll leave if he doesn't. Bruh. I don't waste my prime years.
What do you mean, Mandy? We're in our 30s.
I'm 30, but it's my prime years. These are our prime years. No, I mean, like, don't take the piss.
How long would you say is
Like,
a right amount?
How many years I got to wash your boxes, bro, before you put some respect on my hand?
Okay, so how long do you think? Because you've been with your man for 2 years.
Or 2 years in 3 months, it'll be 2 years.
Okay. When do you expect that ring?
In 2 years.
4 years, yeah? Well, then that's a long time. No.
Bro, I don't even know if I want to marry this guy right now. He's treating me terribly.
Yeah, I know.
He's awful to me right now.
I know, but if he wasn't and he was treating you well and everything was good in the relationship, I would say
1 to 2 years.
I'd say 1 to 2 years.
Between 1 to 2 years. But I said 2 years is like the max. As in after 2 years, it'd be like, yo. But you know, yesterday we were talking, and it was getting really heated about prenups.
Yeah.
It's just really funny because I just love winding him up, innit? I was like, well, I'm not signing a prenup, but I was like winking at his friend behind him to see how he reacts.
And what did he say?
He's going crazy.
Really?
You're signing my prenup, yeah? Well, I'm gonna take all my money.
Do you believe in prenup?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, if I was like as well off as him and he was in my position, obviously I'd never be in that dynamic would never exist. But I'd expect him to sign a prenup.
Yeah, but what if you sign the prenup, you get married, you don't pursue your career and your work because you're at home looking after the kids while he's working and progressing?
Yeah, but there's things, Anna, in prenups.
Okay.
If like you leave me at the age of 40, you have to give me this. Or if I leave you, or if this person cheats.
I don't know. I don't really know enough about it. But okay, for this person that's been with their boyfriend for 9 years, has 2 kids and a house, but no ring. They've got everything, but no ring. What does she do? I think she needs to...
2 kids as well.
I think she needs to like scare him into thinking that she's going to leave.
This is why I say kids before marriage is sometimes like a no-no, yo, because they know you're stuck then.
Yeah, I wouldn't. But she's done it now, so what did she do?
You say, like, I want to get married.
And if we don't get married, I'm going to leave.
Yeah, I've been with you for nearly a decade. I want to get married, like...
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. Okay, it's similar to this one. I'm in love with him. He's not ready to commit and settle down, but I'm 30 and I want to settle. Should I let go?
What's commit and settle? Does he want to be in a relationship or does he want to get married? You got me lost here.
Yeah, me too. It's not clear enough.
On to the next one. Sorry, more detailed next time.
Okay. I'm 25 and I've never been in a relationship. Should I give up?
Oh, is this a guy or a girl?
It doesn't make a difference. Why? Why? What difference does it make?
That's not, I'm just interested.
I don't think you should ever give up. You can find a relationship at any age.
No, don't give up. There's always someone. Every pot has a lid. You know?
Do they, Mandy? There are pots that don't have lids. I've got a few at home with the missing lid.
Well, I was just trying to give a positive analogy there, right? Okay. But like, you shouldn't give up. You pursue it. These days, there's about 1,000 dating apps.
Do you know what it is? I don't know why you've not been in a relationship up until now. Is it because maybe you've been nervous or maybe you had barriers there, you know, culture, religion? I don't know what it is. But if you want a relationship, you can get one.
My best advice actually to this is leave the house.
Yeah.
You're not, unless you're on like all these different dating apps, and sometimes they don't work as well as meeting someone like authentically in real life. I've always met all of my exes in real life. There was one of them. He was a complete narcissist 3 exes ago. Yeah, fuck him. Anyway, so you need to get out there. I've got a friend, okay, well, he's our friend, our boyfriend's friend. And like, he's such an amazing guy, like such an amazing person. But he doesn't really go out. He doesn't put himself out there. If you don't go to bars, restaurants, anywhere,
exactly.
theatre,
so
cafes.
Annoying. Like he's a good looking guy. He's got a nice personality, and I really want him to get a nice girlfriend.
And I think he does want a nice girlfriend.
Yeah, but like, how is he going to find one sitting at home? So
there
girls, if there's anyone there that's interested in a Greek guy, you know, in his 20s, let us know. Anyway, yeah, get out there. You're right. Even though I did meet a lot of my exes through Instagram, but...
Who? I swear to everything. In my experience, the ones I met on Instagram have been an absolute nightmare to my life.
Yeah, I mean, no, not for me.
I don't know. You've had so many boyfriends. I can't keep up. Just go to the next person.
Yeah.
I had to literally think of all her ex-boyfriends. A headache.
Okay, but anyway, definitely don't give up. Okay. I've got here, the guy I'm with treats me so well like a queen, but I'm not attracted to him physically. Should I stay? Similar to the one we had where he had a small dick, like a pickle.
Oh.
But this one's, I mean, maybe he's got a nice dick, but he's
not physically attractive for her. Is it something that you can change? Because if you really like his personality, like fix up his look. Remember when you saw that guy and then you were like, get a tan. And then once you got a tan, you were a little bit more attracted to him.
Yeah.
You can actually change guys a little bit.
And he had so much potential, like, whew.
You could have molded him.
Yeah. And that I agree, man, you're really good with the advice today.
I don't even know. I have 3 hours sleep. Then what's going on?
If you can change the physical things and make yourself more attractive to him, then I think you should give it a go because it's very difficult these days to find someone that treats you like a queen.
Sometimes a good haircut and a beard can transform a man from a 1 to a 10 and getting their teeth done, or like going to the right eyebrow person.
But if it's a case where you cannot change it and you'll never be attracted to him, then it's not good enough. If you're not attracted to someone, how are you going to fuck them? You're going to have a miserable relationship and it's just not going to work.
To be honest, sometimes they can be very good looking and you're still not attracted to them. That's the maddest thing, girl.
Yeah.
I've had so many experiences like that, yeah? Like the guy would be aesthetically so good looking, but I just
they treat you like a queen.
But I'm just not physically attracted to you. I don't want to rip your clothes off. I don't want to get in there.
That's because you're not attracted to their personality. It's so long. You need to find someone that's physically attractive, personality attractive, and treats you well.
This is why I can't let go of gingerbread, because it's exactly my type. Looks-wise and personality-wise.
He's just missing the treat.
And he's got the balance as well.
The balance.
Can't leave, bro.
Okay, I've got here, my situationship takes 16 hours to reply, even though he's active and posting on socials. Baby girl, that's not a situationship. That's a he's not into you ship.
There is no situation at all there. I mean, there isn't.
16 hours? I mean, 1 hour, 2 hours. What is he doing in his 16 hours? I mean, if he was sleeping like my boyfriend does all day, then I'd understand. But he's active on socials.
The fact that he's active on socials is already giving me
you know why, Manny? Because I remember when I was first seeing my boyfriend, when we were in a situationship, as you call it, we used to have big arguments because I'd be like, you've not messaged me for 12 hours, 15 hours. And I used to get into like really upset. He doesn't have social media. He wasn't active. Little do I know now that those times he was sleeping.
All right.
So it makes sense. Like he wasn't messaging me because he was asleep.
Everybody, Anna, like has a boyfriend or with a guy with that kind of illness, okay? Like, or some kind of sleeping disorder, okay? Like that's quite rare.
I mean, this one, they're on social media. So look, it's just not a situation.
Yeah. The situation is that the ship has sailed and he is just not that into you, sweetheart.
I've got so many more. I really want to do them, but like,
why were you like running out of time?
Yeah. What should we do?
We do part 2.
You always say
better
this
that way. Part 1, part 2.
All right. Okay,
I don't want to miss out anyone's. People are coming here for real good advice that us two are going to give to them, even though we have no clue what we're doing in our own relationships.
Okay, I've got here. Let's do this one. This one's really weird. My girlfriend moved to the USA. I've been 3 years with her. She's coming back, but she tells me that her body count is now over 50. But she was a virgin when we met. She only moved 6 months ago. I'm really confused. Wait, how is your girlfriend sleeping with other people in the USA?
So obviously they went on some kind of break because she's going to the US, yeah? So you're telling me she was a virgin, only had slept with him, went to the US for 6 months. In 6 months,
she got
my girl banged 50 man.
50 plus.
Can you do the maths, please?
50 plus.
50 plus. Let's stick to 50. Look, I'm not one to judge. I'm not a judgmental person at all. I don't judge anyone.
Let's say 28 days in a month, even though there's not always 28 days in a month. 6 times 28 is 168 days in 6 months.
Bruv, I'm just saying, like, tell me, look at this one. Divided
by 50 people. Yeah. Every 3 days you're getting dicked down.
By a different person.
If only she slept with 50, but she slept with 50 plus. So every day she must have got another dick. That's her pussy must hurt.
That pussy got bow.
That pussy definitely got BV going on and thrush and everything. Like,
I mean, look, I don't.
Let's not judge.
Let's not judge.
Look, I think do what makes you happy. If it makes her happy, sleeping with a different person every day, sleeping with numerous people every day, Do your thing. It makes you happy. But it's mad though.
I mean, all I want to say is that your girl's coming home well experienced, bruv. Like, she's very well experienced and practiced out now.
But I definitely think when she comes back, you need to send her to the sexual health clinic.
100%. And maybe a psychiatrist as well. Or like... Because, I mean...
Do you know what it is? It's like she was a virgin and they were together for 3 years and then she only slept with him and she just was like, that's why sometimes it's not good just being in like a cage, you know?
Sometimes you got to pop that cherry, you know, like at the right time.
You know these people that in these long relationships, they've only slept with one person for years and then suddenly they break up and they go wild.
Every 2 or 3 days, different dick for 6 months. Can you imagine?
That's why you should always have a balance from a younger age so that you don't feel like you've been sexually suppressed, and then you just explode.
Look, I don't want to upset this man. Look, listen, I don't know. You should really take a step back, reevaluate your situation. Let us know if you do take her back, though, and what the vagina feels like. Okay, anyway.
Okay, so we're just going to do one last one. We've got my boyfriend's in the pub every day with his mates, and he spends no time with me or our child.
Oh my God, it's just like, I wrote this. My other personality wrote this dilemma. This is my life.
Yeah. How do you solve that? It's so weird because for me, I had the same issue, but it fixed. It solved. So
I think mine was more serious, though.
Mine was just as bad. That's the reason why we actually initially broke up.
Then I don't know. Then maybe you should be giving the answers, Anna, because all I do is Google like my boyfriend Gingerbread. Look, he would never admit it, and I don't really have solid proof, but he prefers the company of his friends to mine. I can see it, I can feel it, I just know it. And evidence is there, really, because it's
just the weirdest thing, because you always assume that when you're with someone, they're gonna prefer your company because it's a romantic relationship.
And he's more enthusiastic about his plans with them or his phone calls with them, or when he's around them, he's more enthusiastic, more excited. And do you know what? I think partly maybe it's because you see men with other men, they have this judgment-free zone where anything they say that comes out of their mouth, like whatever they do, whatever they talk about. Whereas like I'm quite a snappy person.
Maddie, no. It's the opposite. When men are with each other, they always put on a front. They always act like something that they're not. They never really show, I think majority I'm talking about, never show their real deep self because they don't want to be judged. Because men actually judge each other so much. You've always got to act like, be the man. You've got to have this kind of like strong masculine energy about you. You can't be emotional. You can't show weakness. It's actually really sad. I feel sorry for them in a way. Whereas when they're with their girl, it's a chance for them to show that side of them, which is why a lot of men love being with their women, because they love being able to show that side of them, their emotional side, their deeper side, their soft side.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I literally have said to him, like, maybe we should both see other men. Like, maybe we should both see other men because you're very much drawn to other men.
I think in my situation, the reason why it changed is because it was such a dramatic, scenario.
He lost you, and all he had was his friends.
Yeah, and he realised when he lost me and all he had is his friends that that's not enough.
Yeah, I know, but like...
But that can't happen for everyone. You can't break up with someone for them to realise.
Yeah, and like, I love his friends. Like, they're like my friends. I really love them. But I also, it's not even nothing to do with friends because I really love them, yeah. It's about like me wanting him to want me, like, and prefer me and be excited about my company and our plans. And, you know, every week it's like making plans with them and I join. It should be about like, oh my God, Mandy, I really want to make plans with you. Let's do this. And like, they can if they want, or if not, me and you will still do. Like, I don't have that enthusiasm from him. And I think maybe it's because he is nearly 2 years younger than me. And I do remember at one point in my life, I was very much excited
about going out,
my friends. Like a different level of excitement of, you know, being out with them gave me a sense of like sexiness and confidence that I grow out of it. I grew out of it.
Yeah, he is younger and hopefully he'll grow out of it. But this person's got a child with this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. This is what I'm so scared of because if you Google it, yeah, my boyfriend prefers his boys over me. Yeah, if you Google it, the answer's the most frightening thing.
Oh my God,
Run
I had
now,
so
get out
many,
now.
so many people message about it.
Yeah,
so many people.
And the answers, yeah, they're like leave now, before it's too late. This person's never going to change. They're not that into you.
I
They're
don't
just
believe that they
using
won't
you.
change.
So then I feel like my gingerbread's just using me. He's not in love with me. Like, what's he using me for?
I do think that they can change. I just think, okay, like give it a while. If they don't grow out of it, then I mean, I think you should be careful before having a kid with someone like that. But it's happened now. I don't want this person to feel sad about it. I just think you need to put your foot down. You either spend time with me and our child, and if you don't, I'm going to find someone that does spend time with me and our child.
Yeah, I think. Look, one of the pieces of advice I saw that was really good were like, try and reflect that kind of behavior, even if it is kind of not really you. Try and keep busy with your work or your friends or your family, or try and do that, because it might have the opposite reaction in him then. He might be then drawn to you more than his mates. But if you're always there needing, moaning and nagging about why not me, he's just going to go to them more. And I feel like that's the case. Like, I feel like that's the case. Even though he'll be like, yeah, I'll change. It will change for like a few days a week, but it won't permanently change.
Men just always want what they don't really have. And if you're actually not getting bothered by it and not pressed by it at all, and you're doing your own thing and you're concentrating on your own self and your looks and your exercise and your health and your friends and your family, he's going to be like, why does she not give a shit? He's then going to want to spend time with you.
Yeah, so maybe...
But it's long.
It is long, but you have to try and change yourself. Like,
to be fair, you should have that energy about yourself anyway. It shouldn't be just to get him to want to be with you.
Yeah, but Anna, you know, I was thinking about this because you advised me saying like, be more obsessed with your life. But like, he's obsessed with his friends on an abnormal level. So like, I can't match that. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm a normal person.
Yeah.
So I want to do things in balance, whereas he wants to do things in imbalance. So it's a difficult one.
When we find out the real answer to this, we shall let you know. But yeah, until then, guys.
Maybe you should tell us what you think.
Yeah, guys, help. When you listen to these scenarios, maybe if you guys comment and help each other.
I do want to put out there, like, Gingerbread does love me, and like he is so scared of losing me, and he does like panic. Oh my God, I'll change. And it's just something that he's just so excited about. In a way, it's kind of sad. You don't want to take that away from someone you love as well.
Yeah.
You want them to do what they want.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult one.
I think that is a very difficult question.
Do you know what it is? I think there's two kinds of guys that I've been reading about it. The guys that prefer their friends, like over you, they won't spend time with you. They'll only spend time with their friends mainly. My problem isn't that. My problem is like, even he will always prefer if his friends are with us. Which I love them as well, but why don't you ever want to be...
us alone.
Yeah, why don't you want alone time? Why do you always want them with us or me with you guys, you know?
I think you need to concentrate on yourself. You need to say how you feel. I don't believe in not saying how you feel. Say how you feel, but still concentrate on yourself. And give it a chance. If that person loves you, then give it a chance. Hopefully they'll change and grow out of it. But if it gets to a point where you really, really feel like you're not happy with this, and it's fair enough if you're not happy with it, then in that case, when you've given it enough chances and when you've done everything else, then you have to leave.
Maybe for this lady, try this tactic. Maybe say, let's get a babysitter. I'll come out with you and your mates and really put in the work and be your best version of yourself. See how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe he'll enjoy that even more. You never know. And you can slowly kind of show him like, you're a good time.
Yeah, which I'm sure you are, because otherwise he would not be with you and have a child with you.
Exactly.
Anyway, guys, we need to cut it now. I hope you enjoyed our relationship dilemmas episode.
And let us know what you guys think about like the dilemmas we've given and the advice we've given. Put your input in there. Yeah,
but like we said at the beginning, don't take it too seriously. It's just a bit of a laugh. It's a bit of like... It's not a laugh. Yeah. It's a laugh, but it's not as well. It's just...
We're not professionals. Like, we don't know what we're doing. We need advice more than we give it.
It's just, consider it like you're having a sit-down chat with your girls.
Exactly.
You don't always get the best advice from your girlfriends, but
and I feel like they are our besties and like, so.
Yeah, we love you guys. And see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.